Hi everyone, and welcome to this 10-minute hamstring and glute stretch. This is particularly great if you've been doing lower body workouts, booty challenges, all that kind of stuff. All right, so we're gonna start on our back here, and we're just gonna start quite easy here with the left leg long and the right leg up, right? So we're here, you wanna interlace your fingers behind your right leg, and try to keep your left leg parallel, right? So don't let it just turn out. We're trying to keep both legs parallel here. And we're gonna take a few breaths, right? So at the beginning, you might not wanna pull to the maximum, right? That you can go. So we're just gonna go further and further as we breathe, okay? So remember that the higher your hands on your leg, the more you're pulling. So you might want to start just behind your knee, right? And then take a couple of breaths here. Right, so if you've been doing any kind of glute work, any lower body or any bar class, right? This is a nice sequence that you can do afterwards to really help with soreness so that you are sure to be able to be fully operational the next day, right? So everyone take an inhale. Maybe as you exhale, you pull a little more, right? Be gentle. You don't need to force it, right? Here, relax your shoulders a lot. Take an inhale. Exhale. Good. Again, inhaling here. Exhale maybe a little further. Good. And then from here, we're going to bend the right knee and flex the right foot on top of the left thigh. Interlace your fingers behind your left hamstring and pull that knee towards you. So you don't really care about this foot, but you really want to flex this one. Now be careful in that stretch. We have a tendency to collapse in the right hip, so you want to lift it up so that they're both at the same height, everyone. And then you want to pull on your left knee and use your right elbow so you're pushing your right knee away, right? So instead of being like this, you want to have your hips square and then left knee in towards you so that you really feel this in your right glute, and you want to keep pressing your low back down on the mat, right? So don't let it lift here. This is not useful and is also not so great for your back. So try to keep lengthening the spine. When in doubt, it's always better to lengthen, all right? Remember that. Okay, so we're gonna be here a little bit here. Again, relaxing the shoulders so don't bring tension in the upper body. Take one more inhale in that glute stretch. And then as you exhale, we're gonna carry that same shape to the left side. Place your right foot down and use your left hand. Push your knee away. If you're not feeling anything in your glutes and waist, maybe bring your knee a little higher and use your hand here to push away, right? You can also use your bottom leg to push against your foot a little bit. You should really feel a stretch on the outside here of your right glutes, and maybe all the way to the waist. If you want to add a little extra, you can turn your head towards your right for a little twist. Again, don't hesitate to walk your knee a little higher, and then resist with your left knee so that your foot and your knee head don't slide down towards the front of your mat. Inhaling, exhaling, coming back here, and here one last time to just pull. Should feel a little better. Good. And then you lengthen your right leg and you stretch your left leg straight. So remember that you're not letting your right leg turn out, right? So try to keep parallel in the legs. Try to flex both feet. And we breathe, we stay here a couple of breaths and enjoying taking a moment for yourself as well. Stretching is important for the body, also kind of a nice break for the mind, right? A break where you're just breathing and paying attention to your movement and moving slowly, okay? So, good thing to be doing here. Inhaling. Maybe pull a little more, right? Again, not forcing it. You never want to force when you stretch. You want to feel a challenge. You don't want to feel pain, right? It should never be a sharp pain or pinching. Inhaling, maybe going a little further. And then try to draw the left hip down towards your right heel instead of crunching here on the left side. Inhaling, exhaling. Good. One last breath. And then you flex your left foot on top of your right knee. And same thing. So here thinking about lifting that left hip so it's not collapsing towards the front of your mat. Flexing your left foot a lot is important. Pulling on your right knee and then pushing your left knee away from you, right? Good. Keep lifting your left hip, right? That makes the entire stretch very different here, much more intense. Good, good, good. Inhaling. Exhaling, pull a little more, lengthen your spine, remember, right? So no rounding in the back. And then you're going to bring that shape to the right, maybe twisting your head to the left, and use your right hand to push your knee away. You'll feel the stretch here, 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 maybe all the way to your rib cage. And if you're not feeling anything, take your right knee, place it a little higher up, and then try to push that left knee away. If your knee is sliding, bring it up and push your knee against your ankle. Right? So don't let just the arm do the work, but resist with your opposite knee. Breathe. Oh, this one's a good one. You feel that it's a pretty deep stretch right there. Take an inhale. Exhale, coming back to the center. Give it one last little pull here. You should feel a little better. And then release. We're going to make our way to a downward facing dog, everyone. So we're here, downward facing dog. And then you're going to reach your right leg up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring your right knee to your right wrist and your right ankle to your left wrist for your pigeon pose, right? So this is also a hip stretch, right? The hips might get tight when you work on the glutes. Inhaling, exhale, folding forward. Remember that you can always sit on something, right? So on a block or a pillow or a couple of pillows. So if you feel any pain in your knee, I would recommend you sit your right hip a little higher and then fold to the maximum of your ability. Maybe today you stay upright. Maybe you go all the way down. No matter what, you're breathing, right? And feeling that deep glute stretch, really flexing your foot so you protect your knee joints, okay? And again, the importance of sitting on something if you need it. Nice. Good, everyone. Take 2 more breaths here. 1 more. Good, and then coming up, bring this right foot closer to you, tuck your left toes back to down dog, and then lift your left leg up. And then go to your pigeon on the other side, maybe sitting on something to bring that hip a little higher. Flex your foot, trying to square the hips, and then you come forward. Same thing here, trying to square the hips by bringing the left hip back and the right hip forward. And breathing. And everyone, this is just a 10-minute stretch, but if you feel like you need more, you're welcome to pause the video at any time and then just stay longer in the poses or do it again, right? So don't hesitate to kind of make your own practice. These are just suggestions. You can stay longer in any of the poses and maybe skip another pose, right? It's nice to be able to learn how to move with your own body and to be a little independent as to what you need, right? If one day what you need is not what I'm suggesting, you can take what you need and remove the rest, right? So if you're doing this video again, maybe you skip one of the stretches and stay longer in another, or you do them all. It's really up to you. Take 1 more breath and then exhale here. Bring the left foot closer, tuck the toes, down dog here, feeling that the legs feel a little longer. Then just bring your knees down, push your hips. Let's just take a little child's pose here, and then go a little bit left and right with the hips, lengthening the spine, pushing the hips down on the heels. Inhale at the center, and then exhale, we're going to roll up. Okay, everyone, you're done with that 10 minutes hamstring and glute stretch. I hope this made you feel all better, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.